Welcome to the Red Dice Diaries, and this video I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be reviewing some dice from DiceEmporium.com. The Dice Emporium is an online retailer who sell a bewildering variety of different dice. You can buy single dice, dice as sets. One thing I particularly like is that you can choose to buy dice based on a colour theme. You can also buy them by shape, various manufacturers, and depending on which sort of RPG you're looking for. If you're looking for those sort of speciality or difficult to find dice, there's even a novelty dice section on the website. Now, I was contacted by Robert Stout from the Dice Emporium about a couple of months ago via email, who asked, as a person who's into his RPGs, whether I'd be interested in reviewing some of their dice. Now, in the interest of disclosure, I will say that I was sent 5 sets of dice from the Dice Emporium, and those are what I'm going to be looking at today. And these are the Red White Pearl set, the 10mm Pearl Red Gold set, the Speckled Silver Volcano set, the Rose Red Green Pearl Swirl set, bit of a mouthful there, and the Red Ancient set. So let's crack on and have a look at these dice and see what we think. So I'm going to start with the Red White Pearl set that you can see there. These are a lovely set of dice, pearlescent red in colour. They have a nice clear white writing on them, and I think these would be a good sort of basic set for any game. It's a standard polyhedral set. The writing is nice and clear. They roll pretty well. Excuse the crinkling of the dice bag there. They roll pretty well. I think these would be really handy for anyone who maybe doesn't have a lot of money to splurge out on loads of different sets of dice, and they just want a good, fairly nice looking set of dice that are going to be easy to read and that they can carry around with them for the game. Next we go on to these little dinky fellows here, the 10mm Pearl Gold set. Now these are extremely small dice. If I just tip them out here, you can see that they sort of pretty much fit in the palm of your hand. The writing is a little more difficult to read on these due to the gold colour and the small size of the dice. However, I don't think you can really hold that too much against them. After all, if you've bought a set of small dice, you know what you're getting. My only slight gripe with these, that I think they'd be very easy to lose. I mean, I nearly lost 2 under the table while I was getting ready for this review. But again, if you've bought a small set of dice, you know what you're getting. And if you're looking for some dice that are portable, maybe you're going to a convention or something, you haven't got rooms to carry around sackfuls of dice, you just want a quick small set, then these would be great for that. Not quite as readable as the Red White Pearl set, but they are very portable and very dinky. I just advise you to keep them somewhere secure and keep an eye on them to make sure they don't go skittering off under a table. Now we go on to the Speckled Silver Volcano set, if you can see those there. And these are probably my favourite out of the set that I was sent to review. They have a nice sort of dark mottled red and black colouring on them, which sort of appeals to my old emo World of Darkness stylings. I love a set of dark dice. What can I say? And the bright silver writing on them really does stand out. I think they'd be a very easy set to read in all situations, even if the lighting levels maybe not so brilliant. And they do look nice and roll well. They're made out of lightweight plastic like the other sets, so easy to carry around. And I think if you're looking for dice that are a little bit more atmospheric for a slightly darker or maybe grittier game, you really couldn't go far wrong with these. And like I say, they are certainly my favourite of the set. It's a Chessex set. Now, I've been a fan of the Chessex dice for a long time. I own quite a few sets of them. I think they produce a quality product that looks great, feels great when you're rolling them, and is very easy to read. Like I say, certainly my favourite out of the sets that I was sent. Now we have the set with the longest name, the Rose Red Green Pearl Swirl set, which sort of sounds a bit more like an ice cream flavour to me, but never mind. They are very nice looking dice in this sort of pearlescent green and faded rose red or pink. I hope you can see those there. They have gold writing, again made out of the same lightweight plastic as the others. I'm not such a big fan of the gold writing on dice, since with my eyesight, I'm sure you can tell it's not great due to the glasses. I tend to struggle to read the gold writing a little bit more than a contrasting lighter colour like silver or white. But these are very nice dice. The patterning on them is absolutely beautiful. If you're looking for a slightly fancier set, these could be just what you're looking for. And finally, we move on to the Red Ancient set. These have a sort of dusty, almost rust red coloration to them, and the numbers on them don't seem to actually be inked in. They're just in black, which again makes me think these dice probably wouldn't be that good if the lighting conditions were less than perfect. However, I do very much like the colour scheme on them. Like I say, they've got that, if you can see that there, they've got that slightly rusted coloration on them that gives them a slightly battered, and as the name says, ancient look. So I think they are a very nice looking set of dice, but they sort of put me in the mindset of back in the day before like inked dice were a thing and you had to ink your own. I think if I was going to use these on a regular basis, I'd probably look to paint or fill in the numbers just to make them stand out a little. However, if the visibility of the writing isn't such a concern for you, or you've got better lighting conditions, then these are a very nice looking set, similarly manufactured to the others. They roll pretty well. I really like them. Like I say, it's just a shame that the inking isn't easier to see on them. So in conclusion, I'd say that all 5 of the dice sets I've been sent are extremely beautiful looking dice. They all reached me without any defects or anything along those lines. They would be great for pretty much any RPG that uses standard polyhedral dice, although other more specialist dice are available from the DiceEmporium.com and other manufacturers. If you're looking for some quality dice at a reasonable price, get yourself onto the DiceEmporium.com, have a look at their stock. They sell over 2,000 dice, making them one of the largest sources of dice on the internet. They carry complete lines of Chessex and Coplo dice that you can purchase in sets or individually, as I said so earlier. If, like me, you're a bit of an old stickler for having your dice all being a similar colour, that's why I call my channel Red Dice Diaries, after all, I like the colour red, then you can get on their site, buy your themed coloured dice to your heart's content. I really do advise you, go and give it a look. You might find some interesting dice on there, and I know what we RPGers are like for our dice. We simply cannot get enough of them, as my giant red D20 attests to there. So get online, go and check them out, see what you think. Hope you've enjoyed this review. I know it's slightly different to the normal, since I don't normally do dice reviews, but thank you very much to the Dice Emporium for sending me these 5 sets to look at. I think they would make a great addition to any game, and let's face it, having a great set of dice does make you feel better about whatever game you're playing in. Whether you've got hundreds of sets, whether you've just got a few trusty little favoured sets, it really does bring something to the game and makes you feel more confident going into the game. So give them a check out, and until I see you next time, take care and happy gaming. Keep those dice rolling.